Hi, I'm Rob, and this is Gems of War. It's Guild Wars Day 4, and it's the Yellow Day. Doing okay so far. First 3 days all 5-0. There's a lot of our guild doing really well this wars, so that is really good to see. In Bracket 2, so this is a Bracket 2 match. Lots of really good defences to go up against. A lot of our team still yet to play today, so hopefully we'll go up that ranking a little bit higher. So who we got first of all? We have Angelo from the Black Cobras. So what we got? Wrath, Doomed Scripture, Divine Ishbala, and Mistralis. Mistralis, dangerous. That enchant on all allies on 4 or 5 gem matches is really good. And the splash damage she does can be considerable at the same time. Divine Ishbala, it's interesting. Transforms red to skulls and green to yellow. It's going to be in the hope of charging up the yellow-based team, of course. Doomed Scripture. Scatter damage, then creates a mix of 6 yellow gems and skulls for every yellow enemy. So it's Yellow Day, they are aware we're going to be all yellow troops, which is going to max out the amount of skulls and gems that that's going to produce. They're in Elementalist class, so they're going to stun, freeze, burn, and entangle a random enemy. We're matching 4 or more gems, so they're basically hoping that the combination of using that and the entangle is going to hit our first troop, whatever, so they can cast their skulls without fear of retaliation if we are entangled. And Wrath also is skull-based, transforming blue to brown and yellow to skulls, enraging all allies, which does extra damage, and burning all enemies. So yeah, pretty dangerous team. So the team I've got here, this is my first yellow team. I'm not going to go with this one. It is super important we entangle their first enemy, because basically I don't care how many skulls they create with Wrath or Doomed Scripture or convert with Ishbala. If the first troop is entangled, they're not going to be doing very much. They'll give us a little bit of a tickle, maybe a little bit of a slap here and there on a minor chip damage, but not much. So that is the wrong team for that. What else have I got set up here? Rope dart's okay, but you need to get that cast to get the entangle going if you've got that fully upgraded. So that is no good. Sure, I've got something here somewhere. No, that's not too bad. That's quite a good anti-skull team. The Cockatrice, immune to entangle, so unaffected by the effects of Elementalist. Double damage versus entangled enemies, and you can cast that on the first enemy to get them entangled, but that is designed to be used in Elementalist class. I want something that's going to get them entangled from... there it is, Archer. Alright, this is my sort of anti-book team sort of thing. The books that change certain gems to skulls. They concentrate all about skulls, and this is a good team for that. And it's also very good for anti-Elementalist at the same time. The reason it's good against the teams that go skull crazy is because we start in Archer class. And we have a 50% start with mana, a 15% chance for skull damage that we do to be lethal. And we're going to make sure we have Root Trap. Entangling the first enemy at the start of the battle is super important. Hunters mark a random enemy on 4 or 5 of kind is also really good. We've got an extra 2 magic if we're using a dagger, and we are. Create a leaf storm at the start of the battle is interesting. I like to kind of try and turn things on their head sometimes in Guild Wars. It's Yellow Day. The enemy has to try and predict what you're going to do when they set up their defences, and they're going to naturally think it's going to be all about yellow. I like to turn things on their head sometimes and make this all about green, because they're probably not expecting that. So yeah, create a leaf storm at the start of the battle, because a lot of our team uses green, or it's very important for them anyway. All green allies gain 5 armor and 30% chance to dodge skull damage are the main ones. And most of the time I'll be starting with a Medal of Anu and a Medal of Orpheus. But this team doesn't require that Orpheus that much. There's only one of our troops which are going to be affected by the Elementalist class. So we've got that. And that's going to be good. We start with entangling the first enemy. There's no cleanse in this team. And then Tannenbaum, again, really good troop, deals a decent amount of damage to an enemy entangles them and pulls them to the front. So we can do that on their Doom Scripture. As well as that, once he's got them to the front, he deals triple skull damage versus entangled enemies. So that's really cool, and he has a 33% skull reduction himself at the same time. So, as well as being immune to all status effects, as is Arachnian Weaver. So, them 4 matches on Elementalist class, if they go on either of my Arachnian Weavers or my Tannenbaum, are going to be completely unaffected. So, that is the theory for this team. Check the banners. It's +2 green, +1 purple, -1 red. That is correct. And we're in Archer class for all the reasons I just said. So let's try it out. First keep it entangled. That is really, really good. Let's grab this green first. And some purple for our Weaver. Look around for 4 matches for things like this. Yeah, let's check around. There's no better match than that. I think that's probably the best one you can do. Yeah, probably purple. Not much going on in the way of stuff that we particularly like right now. Just gonna give them a 4 match on brown, that's the only thing. But they use purple as well, so gonna have to give them a 4 match on brown here, I think, and an extra turn. Not the most ideal thing in the world. But not much choice other than get a colour which I don't use. Stops them from getting it though. If they want to get brown, they can get it there anyway. But if they get that brown... no, he's quite a long way still. I'll concentrate on myself. They didn't do it anyway. I done it the other way around, that was weird. Right, now they're all enchanted, so we need to get this show rocking and rolling. Look, they got 1 4 match and it happened to go on the only troop which wasn't impervious. What do you know? Alright, so let's do this, let's get that. Right, now we're ready to get their Doom Scripture. But I'm going to cast that first because it webs enemies, does the old Arachnian Weaver, and that's reduced the damage on Mystralis to virtually nothing. Divine Sparlet is largely unaffected by that, or completely unaffected by that, and that reduces damage, the scatter damage that does at the same time as well as. So that's a pretty decent thing. Right, so their barrier is probably going to protect them from the first part of this, but we're still going to get the rest of the thing working. And I'm glad we entangled them then, because basically this would have been a lot worse than what it is now had the top troop not been entangled. So they're going nuts, but I'm just like standing there, yeah, get off me. It's like flies batting around a cow sort of thing, where they, you know, what am I talking about? I don't know. But you know what I mean? It's like flies buzzing around something. It's like they're trying to damage them or something and it's not doing nothing. It's like, yeah. Right, anyway, let's get some mana for our team. Oh, I should have taken that skull damage, really, because that would have been triple hit. Right, I can't believe there's no 4 matches here, but I can take a double skull hit here, which is going to be very damaging to them. Yeah, the effects of my webbing and entangling still in full effect. Now I can cast this. Cause an explosion. And there you go. Nicely controlled game. And that was worth 3,229 points. And just a quick shout out to Giedrulus. They found yesterday's lollipop. It was in the mouth of Moonsinger in the Green Day Guild Wars battle video. So well done to Giedrulus for finding that. That is a good find. There's another lollipop hidden in this video somewhere. Where will it be? Okay, battle 2 is against Dark Wolf. Glaceon, Tina 9000, Jar of Eyes. Drowned Sailor. Drowned Sailor will want to convert yellow to blue. Starts with full of mana. That's going to feed their Jar of Eyes, which should get filled up in one go because they're in Mechanist class, and I presume they're going to have the 50% start on mana. So then they'll explode a load of brown gems, which will fill up Glaceon and Tina. And Tina, being a mech as well, also will get a 50% start on mana. So Tina is really dangerous here. Can take out one of my troops in a single turn, basically, because it can choose to hit the same troop several times. And that can mean an instant death, which we don't want. So even though this team can be good, it's going to combat Glaceon's skulls with the Entangle. And Arachnian Weaver, obviously, with the web, will reduce Tina down to 0 on that. I don't think this is the right team. And the reason is that fast start that they're going to get. They're going to get to cast Tina before I get to charge one of my Arachnian Weavers, unless I'm very lucky with the gems, because there's no particularly quick start for my Arachnian Weavers, just for my Medal of Anu, and that is it. So this is too risky. I am going to fight fire with this and see if I can outbash them before they outbash me. I'm going to go for my Doomed Axe, Lamashtu, Divine Ishbala, Graveseer, Yellow Day team in Monk. Doomed Axe does damage to all enemies, converts purple to Doom Skulls, which is pretty cool. Lamashtu starts with full mana and converts yellow to purple and deals damage to the weakest enemy. Graveseer transforms green to purple, starts with full mana and enchants the strongest ally. And Divine Ishbala transforms red to skulls and green to yellow. It's really important, if we can, to cast these in the right order. It's really cool the way these teams work. Like Graveseer transforming green to purple leaves more on the board for Lamashtu to convert yellow to purple. So there's obviously more if you do these the right way around. And then green to yellow from Ishbala. So lots of options on this team. If it goes right, then it should go well. So let me just show the talents and banners quickly. The banner was +2 yellow, +1 purple, -1 green. And we're in Monk class, as I said. Good Karma, really cool. Gain 3 mana when matching 4 or more gems. 20% chance to dodge skull damage and immune to mana drain, silence, fairy fire and mana burn. Really, really good traits there in Monk class. And I'll just check these are correct. Snap freeze, yes. Cleanse myself, yep. Recovery 2 life, fair enough. Not so much that one. I think I'd rather have that one. Rock Solid is always good. Don't need a Deluge. Yeah, rather have Rock Solid there, I think. I think that's right. No, I was thinking about another team. Doesn't actually make any difference. I'm using yellow, red and purple. Just double check that. No, it literally doesn't make any difference. Right, there it is. Let's dive in. And hope you have a good start. Lots of blue, but we don't use, but we'll take that away anyway. Do use a purple, but we'll check around just first. Green to purple. We have that on this side as well. The cool thing is we can take that now and that's going to stay unaffected. So now we can have a little look around and see what we got going on. Red to skulls, green to yellow. Nothing doing on red to skulls yet. Normally want a 4-match for that kind of thing. And that's convert yellow to purple. Again, which does work and keeps the flow going. But I kind of want to get my Doomed Axe up first, or be able to cast Ishbala. But we've got the good karma from this, so that's still good to cast. We've got an incidental skull drop anyway. Glaceon does have really good skull reduction, 65%, so it's not going to be blindingly mega fast to get this wiped out. But again, there's another 4-match, which means our Doomed Axe is nearly ready to go. So we want to keep as many purple on the screen as we can. So don't really want to take this, but it's looks like it's the only one that's really viable to take. And red to skulls is not quite there either. Wow, so red to skulls is not there, green to yellow is not there, and purple to doom skulls is not really good enough to be able to cast, I don't think. Oh yeah, it is, we've got this here, look at that, what am I talking about? It's excellent, we shall do that. Good night, Glaceon, and sleep tight, mate. Alright, 4-match on the skulls here for Ishbala. Tina is taking a battering, and we have ripped the heart and soul out of their team already. Before I take that and party, I'm going to check around for purple to skulls. No 4-match. No 4-match. No, we'll just take that. It's got the mash 2 up again. It's amazing when you look around at all these skulls sometimes, you think on the conversion how there isn't anything there, but there's not. Yellow to purple. Does this work? I don't think it does either. We can take out Tina. That is a pretty important thing to do, so what are they going to do after? Yellow to blue. Small amount of value over here. But nothing too bad. Give me purple, line up on the skulls. Yellow to purple is close, but no cigar again. Okay, hang on, let's work this out. I'm just gonna obviously get a skull hit and explode all them. I'm just gonna bring this entire block down. No, it's too hard to. That's too hard to try and predict the board on that kind of thing. And I think we'll just take a regular skull hit. You can get a summon out of that. It's definitely slowed things down a tad. Have we got yellow to purple? Nope. Let's try and get our Ishbala up, I think. The Drowned Sailor is going to be ready next turn if they take that.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Right, lots of purple there now. Come on. Yes. Go. Ishbala. 3 there. 3 there. I think I'm going to cast this anyway. And we've got a little bit of the colour conversion as well, so I think this is definitely worth going for. And indeed it was. So any easy 4 matches so we can get some extra mana for the team or not. I don't think so. Just take the win, I think. And that was 1,376 points. Okay, fight 3 is against Corax. Web Spinner, Sister Superior, Riding Staff, Fist of Zorn team. Web Spinner particularly dangerous, does triple skull damage to webbed and poisoned enemies. And you inflict web when you get the middle trait when doing skull damage. But the thing is, all those things happen instantaneously and at once. So as soon as you've got them 3 traits with Web Spinner, you will be doing triple skull damage. That is really dangerous. As well as that, they've got Fist of Zorn starting off with full mana, converts all the yellow gems to skulls, and gives 28 attack in this case to the first ally. So if they get alignment on that, Web Spinner is going to destroy. And it's no good starting with something like Archer class or something with Root Trap, because Sister Superior also starts with full mana, and the AI, quite correctly, does tend to cast this absolutely first every single time, which cleanses all allies, thus removing that Root Trap. So how would you defend against this? Well, there's a couple of different ways, and it is certainly not this team. My Tannenbaum team is a really good shout for this. And the reason is, it is impervious, immune to all status effects, Devour, Lycanthropy and Mana Burn, but that includes Web and Poison as well. So basically, that becomes standard damage on Tannenbaum, but got Bark Skin as the first trait, so reduced damage from skulls by 33% is really, really good. And we can turn the tables on them as well. We can actually then deal damage to them, entangle them, and pull them to the front and do triple skull damage on them instead. So, haha, how do you like that? And you can change this to something like Rope Dart if you've got it. That would be pretty effective as well, because that's got an entangle on it as well. It's going to strip somebody's armor, do damage, drag them to the front, and gain an extra turn if you've got it fully upgraded. But I'm going to leave that because I do like to have a mana generator in the team and a summon in case things go pear-shaped somehow. And probably don't really need 2 Arachnian Weavers for this, to be honest. 1 will probably be sufficient. You can actually take a look at this and see if you've got somebody else with a trait, which would be really, really handy, but I think this team is going to be sufficient to deal with this team. Famous last words. And the banners, +2 green, +1 purple, -1 red. And we are in the same Archer class as we were before. So I think this will do. A little tip as well, if you don't have something like a Tannenbaum, Leonis Tower would be good, but you probably haven't got a Leonis Tower if you haven't got Tannenbaum. But a last resort is to add something like a Dust Devil. I think that's yellow and brown, and that starts with full mana, and you can actually, that knocks the first enemy to the back, so that is a really good way to defend against Web Spinner. I'll take this because I'm going to get a match on a purple there. Is it effective if I take this one first, or does that keep that intact? I don't know. But anyway, right, so now I think we shall do this hit first. The thing is, there's no point casting Tannenbaum absolutely straight away and dragging someone else to the front because Sister Superior will cleanse them on the next turn. Might as well just take advantage of this triple skull damage to entangled enemies. So what's that? 6, 12, 180, 187, 184, 201. That's not going to kill it, but it's going to be pretty close. There you go. Now, for all their bad intentions, they get a wallop. Now we can grab somebody else to the front. Let's grab Fist of the Dawn. Now we'll try and get the rest of our troops charged up. I'd like to get blue. There's so many green there at the moment for Pig Stickler? What the hell's Pig Sticker? Pig Stickler. I've made a weapon up there. Gob Sticker. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, trying to get some mana for the team, but no blue, no yellow. So I should grab some green and check around for any potential cascades first. Okay, I'll do this one because we get a skull hit at the same time. Triple skull damage because they were entangled. They are going to get to cast their writhing staff again. And I think they're going to entangle me, but they're not. Because I am immune to such tomfoolery. I get some more green, I suppose. Ow, that hurt. Not. Do we need to cast Arachnian Weaver? Probably not. Hunter's marked as well, so they're going to take double damage from that. It's going to kill Sister Superior. It's got our Tannenbaum up again. They've got a Bandit. Fair enough. I'll let them have that. And I'll cast my Gob Sticker, see if we can get some charge for the team. This is a pretty good match on the red, because I get red there and don't use red, but then get two lots of yellow at the same time. So I do like to try and get the whole team charged up if it's at all possible. Nearly lost my matey boy. But not quite enough to kill him. But that'll kill the first one for definite. And they're still a way away from getting their writhing staff up again. They've got two casts on this for Want It. They're still going to create those skulls though. I might have done this in the wrong order, you know. I might have messed up slightly here. Still going to win the game, but I'll cast this one first because if I end up losing that troop, I can gain the mana back I need. I don't want to kill them just yet. I want to. I could cast this and kill them, but it's only 75% chance of a web spinner being brought into the game. And I want to get my hero charged up so I can finish with 4 troops. So I will give them a skull hit. I don't really want to give them... I wonder if they're sensible enough to take this or this, which would mean a double hit. Or I could cast Web Spinner and rely on 75% chance. I'll do that. Oh, and they got a bandit anyway. So yeah, that was a fair decision. Wow. Get out of it, sunshine. And that was 1,487 points. Okay, Battle 4 against Black Eye. Moon Rabbit, Mercy, Doomed Scripture, Megavore team. Megavore eliminates all armor from all enemies and deals a hideous amount of damage to an enemy before submerging itself. An 8% chance to kill the last enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches. As well as being impervious, so that is a dangerous opponent. Need to sort that out pretty sharpish like. And Doomed Scripture, pretty bad too. Creates a mix of 6 yellow gems and skulls for every yellow enemy. So similar to the last team, as long as we keep the first troop entangled, that is not going to do that much damage. Starts battles with 50% mana in Thief class. And I've got a twin cleanse here. This is interesting. Mercy starts battles with full mana. Gives life to the weakest ally before transforming purple to yellow. And cleanses. And Moon Rabbit also blesses the first ally, which is basically a super cleanse. It does all the elements, it cleanses as well as giving the benefits of blessed. So my usual tactic of making sure first troop is entangled will not work here, so I have to go on a different tactic. They will get cleansed from the archer class root trap absolutely straight away, so that is useless. Did notice on these last teams I used this, my bottom Reckoning Weaver did not get used once, so I may actually just adjust, wrong button, may just adjust this quickly. See what we can do. Put in full, see who starts with full mana. That's not a bad shout. Depends who I want charged. Do I want my Tannenbaum charged up first, or do I want my Arachnian Weaver? I think Tannenbaum should be okay to get charged, but Arachnian Weaver is important to get charged, so that's quite important. That's not bad. Purple to green is pretty decent. That's an enchantment in the first ally. No, I like that. I like that more. Alright, we'll start with Graveseer. Same banner as before in this class. As long as we can get the entangle going on them, then should be okay, he says. If you get a lucky start, then it's even better. So we have a green to purple. A little bit of value there. And there. And there. So lots of 3s in different places. But that's dangerous because then they're going to convert purple to yellow after. And I create a load of purple, which is going to help them. Ooh, I see. I didn't think that bit through well enough, to be fair. So for that reason, I'm just going to check around. Like blue to yellow on their side is really good there. And purple to yellow is not so good. Right, I don't mind them casting Mercy, but the rabbit is a concern. Blue to yellow, how can I disrupt this? I don't think I can. I can obviously take this. That makes it, that still leaves this one though. If I cast this green to purple, that's still going to leave that, it's just going to drop it straight down to the bottom. This is going to get matched, but this one isn't, which means they're going to drop down. Right, I've got to try and visualize this now. This is really, really tricky. Alright, hang on. Alright, if I do green to purple, I'm going to get this. That's going to drop down. Give me that as well. And that. Right, they are definitely going to get a big bunch of the yellow, and they're going to cleanse. Damn! I have not thought about the beginning of this properly at all. That was a mistake. I forgot to think about the possible countering one of these element. So, well, they can only get so much yellow, so I might as well do this and see if we get any lucky drops. And they didn't cast it anyway. That's interesting. Right, so now I still do have the option of casting my Weaver now. This will be ready on the next turn. Could hit their hero with this. Bring it to the front. They're bound to cast this on the next go though, cleansing it. They've got a huge mix of purple to yellow right now. Kind of created my own problems in this game, which is not the idea. You're not supposed to make your own grief. Right, so if I take this one, yeah, they are going to cast Mercy next round. So they are going to get cleansed. Could cast Weaver and reduce the effect of all this. No, I can't, because they're going to cast Mercy and get cleansed. This is what you have to think about. And I don't want to take that because it's a waste, because I've already got my Weaver charged up. See, if I get my second Weaver, this might have been a bit better. I can, is there a way to skull bait him maybe? Right, I think I have to reduce the effect of that, theoretically wasting the turn. Come what may from this. Hang in there, buddy. It's going to die. They've got a lovely little thing going on right now. Got no big skull reduction from this. This could be bad news. Right. Weaver, you know your job. Nah, this is going to be a lose. I've got to cast so many times to kill these with a Reckoning Weaver to get the get Web Spinner. Oh, I messed up on this one big style. Absolutely big style. This is what happens when you don't think it through properly. Damn. Well, it's going to need a miracle. It really is. With no entangling element and then casting this again in a minute. Yeah, I've had it. This is a loss. I absolutely messed up on this one in a massive way. That was... oh my god, that was so silly what I've done. There's good things to be learnt from Guild Wars, obviously, but there's also ways of learning things what not to do. And this was a classic case of basically what not to do. There's skulls everywhere. I can't stop them from hitting my Web Spinner, my Reckoning Weaver, so I may as well Nah, this is absolutely doomed. Doomed, he says, doomed. And that's going to kill. Yeah, this is over. This is over. Well, I'm about to die because I was an idiot. There it is. A defeat. My own fault. I blame that on myself. 262 massive Guild Wars points. Okay, Battle 5, Sith Lord Darth 13. There's an anagram there somewhere, or a mixture of words. Anyway. Lamashtu, Life and Death, Arachnian Weaver, Lust. Good combination. Life and Death and Arachnian Weaver both do true damage. And they both attack the last two opponents as well. So if the maths works out good for them, that can mean an instant death for those opponents. And the Lamashtu is going to start by converting yellow to purple. So let's see if I can actually do something right in this one, as opposed to the last battle where I actually played into their hand, which was rather silly. Right, now this same team is going to be okay still. Let's just check to make sure. Yeah, they got Root Trap, entangling the first enemy at the start. So it's good to have Tannenbaum there because he's immune. But Lamashtu, converting yellow to purple. And full. There's no purple to yellow converter on this day. So the best we can do is to have a Lamashtu ourselves. Basically, if it excuse me, if it starts off good for them with their Lamashtu, then it has to be starting off good for us. So that is a good way to counter it with exactly the same troop. And I'm going to stick with Tannenbaum because their Life and Death was in second place and it was stealthy. But basically, if I pull somebody that was underneath Life and Death, that's actually going to push Life and Death down to third position, which actually then puts it into range of my Arachnian Weaver, who attacks the last two enemies. So that is the idea for this. Don't really want minus red anymore. Let's see if there's anything better there. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. Right, so Lamashtu, yellow to purple. Let's see what's going on with that. And the answer is not a lot. So you can often set yourself up for this kind of thing. If I take this one here, it's going to go purple, 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 but the rest aren't going to be set up at all, so that is safe to do. They're going to deal a little bit of damage, but I can deal with that. Now we've got this here, so I think we will take this, otherwise they're going to be taking it. That's going to be good for my Weaver. Who should we hit first? We'll hit Lust at the bottom because we're going to get triple skull damage on the one at the top. But I forgot we changed the order around. Oh, didn't. That was part of the plan. Right, now we'll do this. It's got the Weaver up, so now Life and Death, who was safe from Arachnian Weaver, now isn't. Which is a good thing. Now it'll get rid of Lust straight away. She's going to charm when she dies. Don't kind of have to live with that, I think. That worked out very, very well. Tannenbaum ready or cast my Arachnian Weaver? I think we cast Weaver. Check around for 4s and any potential cascades that could create more than one match. It's going to be a 4 match. If I take this purple here, the reds drop down. Got a blue match here. Take this green. These purple are going to align. Could take this first, I suppose. Now that one's gone, but we've got a massive blue match there, so that's good. Not quite going to kill them. No point casting Tannenbaum just yet because I don't want to actually change anybody around. I can only attack the first opponent anyway, but I've got their life and death and their Arachnian Weaver basically where I want them, so I will cast my Weaver again, knowing that they're both very near death now. Now I can get the purple match over here. See, just starting off with the correct converter makes all the difference in the world, and I completely made a hash of that on the last fight. Didn't think of it in the slightest. That was a really stupid thing to do. And this has been an absolute walk in the park, this one. So, yeah. Pay attention to the converters. It's the difference between winning and losing very often. Right, so we cast that, or do we cast Arachnian Weaver, or do we do yellow to purple? Don't need to do yellow to purple, we're charged up already. Suppose we can see if I get a lucky skull drop by taking red. I've got everybody charged up. Oh no, they got it, but the idea was there. Just going to kill him in 2, 65, 130. Yeah, this would kill him in 2, so may as well see how this goes. Yellow to purple. Come on, just give me a skull donk. In fact, I'm going to protect myself, make sure I don't die from skull bashage. Not tons of green. That's alright. I've messed my day up anyway, but that lost. So let's see if I can just get the team charged up and get this fight done with. Yellow to purple is all over the place. Might as well pick up the 4 matches anyway. Let's get it done. Alright, so an easy enough last battle, just that silly 4th one where I just made that diabolical mistake. There it is, there's Guild Wars, day 4. 1 loss, 1,571 points in that battle. Gives me today's total of... where are we? 7,925. Oh well, it is what it is. There's a video. If you enjoyed it, hit like, hit subscribe and stuff like that, and learn from my mistakes. That is as good as learning from the good things that I do. There's the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.